A couple in Madison County has been fostering children for 15 years, providing a safe, loving environment for those in need. Now, the foster parents are giving 4 sisters a permanent place to call home this Christmas, making the decision to legally adopt all 4 of them. Here's their touching story.
Because they've been taking care of me for 2 years.
Janice and Harris Gardner have been foster parents to these 4 sisters. 11-year-old Jade, 12-year-old Ashley, 14-year-old Michelle, and 17-year-old Zaina had nothing but each other.
Zaina, she took care of us with my mom. My mom wasn't there, my dad wasn't there. And Jade always played with me when I was sad.
These girls entered foster care at a young age after being abused by their father, who is now behind bars.
We would sit up nights talking for hours and hours and hours till 2, 3 a.m. They'd wake up with nightmares. You know, one was very sensitive. She'd cry every time you just said hello almost.
In the summer of 2014, the 2 youngest were placed under the Gardner's care.
They wanted us to take 2 of them. They thought they had a home for the other 2. And I just said, no, you have to give us all 4. We can't let them be separated.
But they were separated. The 2 oldest were living with another family.
The girls weren't doing well at all, being separated. They would just cry when they had to leave.
6 months later, they were all reunited under one roof.
You know, they get loud sometimes and laugh and holler and scream, and I tell them, I says, that's fine and dandy. I'd rather see you laughing and screaming and, and having a good time than crying.
It makes me feel happy, every single day of my life.
Fast forward to 2016, they've now been together for 2 years and are legally up for adoption.
We love them too much to let them go, just to strangers.
Fearing separation again, Janice and Harris decided to adopt all 4.
They're just a blessing to us, really and truly. They are sweet as they can be, and we love them very much.
I know I'm going to have a better family, and I don't have to worry about anything else.
These girls are on the road to adoption, sharing an unbreakable bond. Such an amazing story, and I want to let you guys know, as well as the viewers, it's the 2-part Feel Good Friday. So I got to actually go into the courtroom and film them getting adopted, and so that'll air next Friday. So we get the whole process.
Just in time for the holidays.
The perfect Christmas present, right?
You bet. A lot of respect to those who do foster children or also adopt them. It's sometimes a tough process. I know friends that have gone through it, but it's all worth it in the end.
It couldn't have happened to a better family, a big family, I should say. They've got 14 grandchildren, 3 biological kids by themselves, and they foster another child.
I hope that Christmas tree's on stilts so they can put all the presents
in their
right?
house. They have 2 trees, and it's already loaded with gifts, loaded up already. So
keep them coming.
Yes, indeed.
I saw frozen wrapping paper.
That's a good thing.
Well, last Feel Good Friday, I brought you the story of a Madison County couple who decided to adopt 4 sisters that were once separated and victims of abuse. Now, in this week's Feel Good Friday, I'm taking you inside the courtroom as it all becomes official. Emotions running high as Zaina, Michelle, Ashley, and Jade enter Albemarle County Circuit Court.
I'm really excited for it because I did not want to get separated again.
Good and excited.
4 sisters excited to get adopted by their foster parents who took the girls in about 2 years ago.
I just had my sisters, so we're pretty close and we've been through a lot together.
And are about to take the next steps together.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
After Judge Higgins heard emotional testimony.
Their family is really joyful and open, and they're just so happy, and when I looked at them, that's how I wanted to be.
She granted the adoption.
And if you agree with this, then I'm going to have you sign the orders. So ready?
Signing the paperwork. And it wouldn't be official without the traditional bell ringing. The bell is rung 1 time for each of their ages.
For those of you that have the civil matter, this will take a while.
54 times to be exact.
2, keep going, 3.
New opportunities going to college. And
We are just going to raise these girls to be whatever they can be, just the best they can be. We just want the best for them.
Now, this family just adopted 4 sisters, but they also have 1 foster child and 3 biological children of their own. After was a big celebration with the entire Gardner family.
I feel like a relief that it's final and they're our forever kids.
I kind of look at it as I have two families now.
The best Christmas present, becoming one big happy family.
Mr. and Mrs. Gardner and their 4 daughters, Jade, Zaina, Michelle, and Ashley.
So glad I got to be part of their special day. And like we said, the first part is up on our website, newsplex.com, if you didn't see the first part where we kind of tell their story. But it was just so great to be in the courtroom and allow me in there.
The side you definitely don't get to see the whole process. I know sometimes it takes many years for adoption to occur and for fostering and whatnot. So kudos to them and to all who foster and adopt. Lots of respect to you.
They're going on a Disney cruise to celebrate. That's the
Big
Christmas
family
present.
gathering.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's for sure.
Good morning. Now, it was a normal fall day in October when Lisa Black went to pick up her daughter from camp. Now, in a matter of seconds, her life was flipped upside down. As she drove her Nissan Altima around a curve in Fluvanna County, a drunk driver plowed into her head on, leaving her inches from death. Her triumphant recovery is nothing short of a miracle.
And I was going to pick up the kids and grab something for dinner. And the next thing I knew, I woke up in pain.
Pinned in a crunched up, now unrecognizable Nissan.
I knew I was hurt. I just felt like my body was just on fire.
Friday, October 3rd of 2014. Lisa Black, a school teacher for 23 years.
This day would be special from morning till night, and I had to be certain to get it just right.
Was struck head on by a drunk driver on Route 15.
I remember thinking I was going to die. I remember that thought, and I remember begging out loud God to keep me alive.
It took over an hour for rescue crews to pry her out of the mangled car with the jaws of life. Both knees were crushed. Her neck, back, collarbone, femur, hand, and ribs were shattered. Dr. Gwathmey was on call the night of the accident.
Her tibia, her shin bone was broken in multiple places, so that had to have plates and screws put on it. So for about 6 to 8 weeks, she could put not really much weight at all onto either leg.
Clinging to life, she found strength, learning how to walk again.
She's been a shining example of sort of that idea of recovery and really recovering your life. And so she sort of embodies that principle.
Motivated by her husband, 2 children, and passion for the pavement.
I remember asking them, will I run again? Every time I'd stand up, I'd tell myself, I'm gonna do this. And I think I had a point to prove.
And she sure did prove them wrong. Just 6 months after the accident, she walked her first 5K. And in April of 2016, she ran her first 5K with MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
The main thing I feel when I run is that sense of freedom. I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything for myself, and now I can get out and breathe in the air and fresh air, and I can move my body.
She's now a part of MAD and shares her experience with the community.
She's taken a very, 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 very bad night, and she's turned it into a really positive thing for a lot of people.
Lisa Black ran through many obstacles, but crossed the finish line as a miracle.
I've come so far, and I have so much to be grateful for every day that I wake up.
Love this story. She's such an inspiration. Such an inspiration.